So when you receive your DAS ANC device, there'll be two items in the box, an orbital speaker and the actual DAS ANC professional model device. Let's take a look at the DAS ANC first so I can point out what's on it and how it works. Okay, so let's take a look at the faceplate first. Starting on the front, we have a magnetic mount for your orbital speaker. On the front, we also have a display, which is an OLED display. It'll have an oscilloscope raw audio data display on it and the actual audio profile displayed at once. We have our control buttons. These are really the only two control buttons that you need to worry about. One will increase the filter, removing any of the sweep sounds, and the other one decreases the filter, providing a little bit more sound during the sweep session. You can adjust it any level you like based on your preferences. Some people like a little bit of noise, some people don't want any noise, but you also have to understand that the low-level responses is going to be eliminated, and a lot of that kind of stuff you don't want to listen to anyways. So we have the magnetic mount display, we have our adjustment for the noise filter, and we have a little red LED light here. Now taking a look at the end, we have some audio cables. We have a audio input, which would be from your SB7, Rev4, Rev5, or another device. And we have an audio out, which then goes to the speaker, which we'll go over in a minute. We also have a power button. Now, you're probably wondering, what's going on with the cables? Well, I decided to use umbilical cords, basically because people tend to lose cables, and they'll get to a location, the first thing they'll say is, what happened to the cables? I thought they were in the box, or something silly. This will provide you with the cables, and they're affixed to the box. If you want an extension, you simply need to get another male type of audio cable and attach it. You can make it any length you want. But for now, this works really great with the way I have it set up. On this back, while we're looking here, let's just take this off for a minute. Those are the cables, audio cables. On the back, when you get it, there's Velcro. You have your looped Velcro here. This piece comes off. And this, you're going to attach to your SB7. So let me just do that to give you an idea. So you're going to take these pieces. You're going to attach them to your SB7. So it looks like this. Put a strip here, put a strip here. You still want to be able to get at your batteries. So you still want to be able to get your batteries. Just put it there and there. You take your SB7 and you mount it like that. Very simple. And once it's on there pretty good. And it's very compact, very easy to hold if you're walking around. No problems with that. Okay, so that's just a general overview of the actual device. Let's move on to what's in the speaker box. Okay, so now we have our speaker. Let's open it up. Take the speaker out. Now I test all of these before they're shipped out, and I do have a charge that I put into each speaker so it can be used, but this is the speaker. See, there's a big magnet on the back. And let's put that down for a minute. Let's see what else we got. Okay, the other thing that's in the box is you have a charge cable, because this is a USB charge type of speaker. And if you look over here, you'll see the little charge port. Connect this up to a 5-volt adapter for USB, and you're ready to go. Now these little tabs right here, these little rubber feet, you're going to take those rubber feet and you're going to take each one off. You're going to affix one here, top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left, on your SB7. And the purpose of these rubber feet is so that when you put this down on the table, you don't touch any of the buttons on the SB7, and it stops everything from moving and sliding around on the table itself. So these are very important. So just put them here, 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 and here when you get it. Okay, so next what I'd like to show you is how easy it is to attach your speaker. You have your speaker. We have the audio connectors here. So you take your speaker and you put it on the front. Now this is on very, very firm. It's not going to go anywhere. Obviously it's rotating, but it cannot slide off because we have a ridge around the edge and the magnet is very strong. All right. I also want to point out while we're in this position that the volume control is this outer black ring. It actually rotates clockwise and counterclockwise a lot. So if you want more volume, you turn it clockwise, less volume, counterclockwise. All right, the next thing to do, once you have your speaker on, let's attach everything. We have our audio input. I'm going to go to the SP output of your Rev 4 or Rev 5 spirit box. And we have our audio input, which then goes to this. But before we do that, we have to turn this on. So let's turn it on. On the back, you have a little power button. Turn it on. If I can see, there we go.
Bluetooth already opened. Waiting for Bluetooth connecting.
Once it's on, you simply attach this to go into the SB7 mode.
Now in SB7 mode.
Once you do that, I would suggest that you turn the volume down a little bit, turn on your SB7. Now this is important because I want to point something out to you. I have this set for 200 milliseconds, but that's kind of like my preferred sweep speed. The volume setting on the SB7 adjusts the magnitude level on the display. So in a moment, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Find a radio station. Okay, so what I just did was I tried to find a station that was decent, so I just demonstrate the speaker and such. So here's your volume control here. Okay, off. She used to meet me on the east side. High, very clear sound quality with the speaker. Now what you're seeing on the top line here is the raw audio in oscilloscope format, and the bottom is the spectrum of the audio that we're hearing. KNEFM. So let's reduce some of the sound. Let's bring this volume up. Before we do that, let's bring this volume up. Now I'm at 18. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to increase the filter. You want to increase the filter until that red light starts to flicker. Starting to flicker now. That might be pretty good. Now let's start our sweep. All right. I'm going to reduce a little bit now till I find the correct sound that I like. I kind of like it somewhere in that level, personally. I might play with it a little bit, increase the filter a little more. A little more. Let me put it down for a minute. Let's see if I can tilt that. All right, is there anyone that would like to come through this device right now? Now's the opportunity to do that. I know you're dead. Sorry about that. Hope you're getting along okay. I'm going to introduce a little more noise right now. Slow it down. I thought the speed was just fine. It's at 200 milliseconds. And you came through pretty clear, by the way. You know, the other thing I want to point out is always have your recorder going when you're doing your session, because there's some stuff that comes through clear and you can miss it. And if you're not tuned in, you're not going to hear it. One of the reasons this device exists is because some people have difficulty focusing on the responses when they hear it. And again, you can increase the volume with the outer ring, increase or decrease it. You do not use the SB7 volume except to adjust the range on the audio spectrum itself. And that volume can be anywhere in the 18, 16, 18, 20 range for the volume on the SB7. With the Rev 4, you're going to want to increase that volume a little bit more, probably into the upper 25, 26, maybe even 30 range, and then adjust the speaker accordingly so that you find the best volume for your hearing and being able to decipher the responses that are coming through. Not too much activity right now, but I could improve that if I added a little bit of wire. So I'm just going to take a little bit of solder, put a little bit of solder on the antenna. I've got a 2.5 foot antenna now. I'm going to increase the filter. I get the impression you're not very happy where you are and that you didn't really cross over. You're waiting for what? Okay. So I just increased the noise filter a little bit more. Yeah, it's hard. So the more you adjust the filter, the stronger the spirit must be to get through. And the connection has to be a lot better. So that's pretty much how it works. And you adjust it, basically tweak it up and down to suit your listening preferences, and you'll be good to go.